Hi there, my name is Shaz Barbaric, and I'm going to continue reading on my stuff. What I do reading about my stuff, artist statements. So we are at 123, Occupy Wall Street, number 10 now. Um, what we're doing is we're wearing the same clothes as yesterday because I need to speed this up. I was doing 3 to 4 hours a day. I'm going to have to do 5 or 6 if I'm going to finish by next Friday. Promise my folks I'd clear off this kitchen table by the 22nd. So, doing the videos before I jump in the shower. I wait for my folks to leave. They usually leave by 12. Right now it's 11:30. They just left. I work out in the morning. Now I'm all stinky and and still messy haired, but it's okay because I still love me and I know you love me too. So we are going to continue our Occupy Wall Street. I believe where we were at is I was reading. I've no more weed too. The last 2 days are pretty crazy. Pretty crazy weed days. That was nice. This also gets me into work mode. It's like, fuck the bullshit. I like the sweater, but fuck the sweater. Even the glasses, fuck the glasses. We're just gonna fucking finish this. Finish this shit. We got 2 more weeks. 1.5 more weeks, really. I got like 6 more days of videos tomorrow. 5 days next week. You know what bugging me at the gym is I'm starting to do 70 pounds now. I jumped up to 70 from 60. 80 is within. No, it's not. It's like another month away. I have to ease into it because I'm starting to feel a little pinch. I was bragging about, oh, Shaz, you're not hurting yourself getting back from like fucking homeless to like having some strength. But on my way back, for all fucking you old dudes out there, mostly for me, for Shaz, there's this lingering injury I had when I was in high school wrestling. I have to baby the shoulder a little bit. You'll have these little tweaks, and I'm pushing, and I'm like, this is strength, but then I'm like, push through it because you want to get stronger, and you have to fucking work in order to get stronger. You have to fucking feel like you have to actually like put the effort in, but then I'm like, but then it tweaks just a little bit too much, and that's where the humility comes in. And so what I'm going to do is it's somewhere in my shoulder, and it's not so much the chest. So when I was doing flies kind of hurt, but then I grab the machine, and if I stabilize the shoulder and I just use the chest and kind of squeeze with the chest, I could still work out the chest like flies are supposed to. So it's something about the shoulder, one of the heads on the shoulder. And then I noticed when I was doing a fucking military press above my head, that also was kind of like, I can almost feel it. It's like this head right here is separate than this head. Like they just feel different. And ever since I was like, when I first got the fucking, someone told me it was a lesion in the muscle back in high school. So I went a little bit light the rest of the workout this morning because I feel like it's not like an injury yet, but it could be an injury. One of those things where I'm like, oh, I feel a little bit of like, there's soreness and then there's like impingement of movement. So I'm going to put shoulders on the back day. For the last couple years, I've been doing a split where I do triceps, shoulders, and chest pushing muscles, and then biceps, backs, and legs, just because I don't put that much effort into legs. I think some muscles grow faster than others on certain body types, and is that true? That's not true. My legs aren't super strong. Oh, just for my strength and my purpose. Should I do legs 2 days? I don't know. I wonder about that, but that's something for later. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do shoulders, back, and legs. So I'm going to put shoulders on the back day because sometimes when I do my side, your shoulder has different heads. A front head, you raise to the front, to the side, you're doing the side. When I do that, and then also when I do, you could also work out your lats when you do that. So back and shoulders are kind of connected. And then I could just do chest and arms on one day, chest, triceps, and biceps, then back, shoulders, and legs. We'll see how that split goes. We're going to do that for 4 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever's left in December. So I'm going to do tomorrow back and bis, and then rest a day, and I do 2 on, 1 off. That's usually pretty good. It's like nothing's perfect, so I think maybe the chest, me pushing really hard to get the 70-pound up, which I did pretty good form for jumping up in weight. Usually your form's shitty, and I'm really like nice and slow all the way down and up. On the last set, I just noticed I'm pushing a lot, and I think I'm using, chest uses a lot of like the inside part or whatever this is, where it connects to the shoulder. And so what you do there is if you're flailing out, it's a lot more pressure on your shoulders. You put your elbows in. If you just notice it, That's what it's supposed to be, a practice of knowing your body, noticing stuff. And then I take this fucking plant protein that my mom got me. And I'm all burpy. And I don't have any water either. 5 minutes into this video, I do an hour and then I break. Hour and a break. Today we're gonna do 5 hours. We're gonna fucking kick ass. You know what? 6 hours. Let's do 6 hours today. Let's go from now until 5:30, until the light behind me starts dimming about 5. It'll be good. Today is just raw. Fucking. We're just fucking. We are speeding towards the finish line. Is what we're doing. All right. So what are we talking about? I have a lot of reading to go. That's a good little introduction, Chaz, on your physical fucking fitness. These girls, man, should I really fucking... I feel like I should go up and... I've been working out for like 4 or 5 weeks now. And these girls always work out 9 a.m. in some group fitness in the same gym. So I feel like you should, like, tomorrow or, like, someday talk to them. Be like, what's up? My name's Chaz. I'm running for president. Just let it hang. See what happens. No. Just like sometimes it's weird if you don't talk to people who are working around. You're doing stuff and they're doing stuff. It's like, oh. You see, like, it's funny. I always see what I want to say, and that's where you act a little sincerely. I'm trying to, like, when they're in my way or like on a machine, I'm just like, hey, what's up? Can I use this? Just normal shit. Because you're gonna look. I mean, some of them are cute, and then I'm like working out. I could tell I get their attention. It's better just to like acknowledge like the elephant in the room sometimes. So I was just gonna be like, I'm glad you guys are here because it motivates me. Because if your group is bigger and then I'm working out, I feel like everyone's trying to, everyone is trying to improve. That's all it is. It's good to have some eye candy there. Hopefully I provide some eye candy too. But then when I think past that, like, I should try to get one of these girls' numbers or talk to them like that. I'm like, Shaz, you don't even got money. Remember, just chill. I got this bubbling up horniness or energy. And I'm just like, don't even got money, Shaz. And we're doing this project for money. And then you could go back into your dating life. But it's a constant, like, I got this dog on a leash who's like, arf, 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 and barking. And I'm like, yo, just chill. Self-control, yo, to accomplish long-term goals. Speaking of which, 7 minutes and 50 seconds. Where the fuck were we? Occupy Wall Street. That's why, because this fucking thing has 22 documents within this one link. It's a book. It's its own book project. Occupy Kiss. And then I think I was January 15th. I'm so much more focused when I'm not stoned, but yeah, I'm so much happier when I am conflicted. People are like, yeah, Martin Luther King Jr. Getting a little silly though, but it's okay. A little stoniness is good, but this project and these types of grinds require sober, plotting thinking. I mean, the last couple of days of me just being stoned after I'd finished this, I read a lot. I read like 80 pages of my anarchist book, which is really good. But and I went for a walk. I went for a really nice hour-long walk, which is good because it wasn't a gym day. But I also ate a lot. Oh my gosh, I'm like 190 with my clothes on right now. 185 probably without the clothes. But like I've gained at least 15 pounds. Maybe close to 20 since I've been here. That's alright. Eating a lot. And the stoniness. I'm not the best at controlling those munchies. I need to go do something or be active. But if I don't, I'm sitting around. I'm looking for, what did my dad just leave me? Fucking chocolate covered fucking walnuts. Anyways. Shaz, you need to stop fucking cursing. 2020. I'm going to give myself 2019 to stop cursing. No, I won't. I'm going to curse as motherfucking much as I want in 2019. But then just in 2020, I'll stop. Martin Luther King Jr., January 15th, 2012. Human salvation lies in the hands of the creatively maladjusted. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus. All I'm saying is simply this, that all mankind is tied together, all life is interrelated, and we are all caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. For some strange reason, I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be. And you can never be what you ought to be until I am what I ought to be. This is the interrelated structure of reality. John Donne caught it years ago and placed it in graphic terms. No man is an island. entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, part of the main. And then he goes on toward the end to say, any man's death diminishes me because I am involved in mankind, and therefore never send to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. And by believing this, by living out this fact, we will be able to remain awake through a great revolution. That is MLK. But I mean, like, I just had an argument with my folks this morning about Christian shit because my mom was trying to put on some gospel that she always puts on, and I just come back from the gym, so I was like, oh no, and I was like, yeah, fucking anyways, you come back like all pumped up, and then she's like, trying to put this on. I'm like, oh yeah, I put it on stereo. And she's like, and she started talking about, oh well, it's this guy, and he played with Bob Dylan, and she's gone through the story over and over, this guy. And I'm like, it's tough because you have these conversations, but then you have to assume what the intent is. And she says I'm projecting, and which, to be humble, maybe I am somewhat, but we've had these conversations over and over, and so we know what where we're coming from. And they believe in this religion, Christianity, where you have to proselytize others and convince them. If we're going to hell if you don't believe in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. And I've backed out this year. I've gone the opposite pole, so you say, all right, no religion. Fuck Christianity, fuck God, fuck all religion. But if you believe that spirituality is a natural instinct in humanity, that's kind of a dangerous place to be, because then you're going to have a spiritual urge, a desire, and then a lot of the people say fuck God in old age come back to it. I've seen it over and over again. My mom says, when I was young, I was an atheist, but then I came around. And it's kind of like scary for your parents to put out those curses. Like, when you're my age, you're going to fucking have my same blind spots and my same faults. It's like, I don't think that's what parents want. They want you to be better. And we can't. It's the same thing as society. The micro is the macro. These are fractal patterns of human behavior association which play out in the huge society as well. Every generation enacts the drama of children and parents, do they not? Because every generation is composed of children and parents. So the problem of these protest movements are they try to act as if you can perfect, or as if we can become perfect, and they try to talk about human behavior as if it's something to perfect. We improve it. We improve towards perfection, but we can't really achieve perfection. So a lot of top-down bureaucracies, a lot of like leftist, progressive, whatever, treat human behavior like we're going to fucking like politically correct our way to fucking everything being fucking utopian. That's the same fallacy that the child does when they're overcorrecting their parents. The reason why I say overcorrecting is there are things that require correction. Racism has died out generation after generation with more tolerance. There are ways that we can get smarter and better. And I had to take a position this last year. One of those ways is the whole God Jesus thing. And so when I talk to them, I don't deny faith. And they say, oh, you're atheist, this and that. No. I just have found a faith backed up through Eastern tradition, that there's billions of people who didn't have to personify God. There's a spirit, there's a way, there's a pattern to nature and a natural expression that can reach the spiritual or the holy. It doesn't mean that God is in nature. It just means that God is. There isn't, once you start using the words, and then when you look into Zoroastrianism, monotheism, the stuff that preceded, there's this really good book, The History of God, that pretty much gave me the foundation of a lot of the stuff. And then you want to research more. Don't just take one person's opinion, but all of life and all of life's subjects should be ongoing discussions and debates. When you disarm someone of logic, they're left with emotional manipulation and violence. And so I head off the violence by telling my folks, you can always kick me out. I'm 2 bags Shaz. I'm 2 bags right there. So I don't mean to speak too much, and I don't mean to irritate you guys, but I got to speak on what I see. And that's some Christian bullshit. And they're like, oh, blah, 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 you're saying what we believe is bullshit. I was like, it's just, when you tell me if I don't accept Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, then I'm going to hell. That's kind of like an asshole move. I can't just disagree with you without you condemning me, or I'm being sad. And then they just got a lot of emotional shit. It's interesting. I don't want to irritate my folks more than necessary, but if I don't take those stands, what I'm noticing in this from yesterday, I was like, I brought up some Christian shit in here. It's like, if you don't, at least me in my life, if I don't say I'm opposed to it, then at least subconsciously it seeps in. I have to, verbally, I'm clear about my boundaries, and I try to live up to my word. That's why I speak so much, I think. All of this stuff, all of this writing. I speak beyond my ability and even beyond my understanding, and then try to live up to it, or I correct it. But it's really hard to pinpoint reality, and so I just when I was doing real estate, we'll talk about this later, I would describe Manhattan, but I was teaching myself as I was teaching clients. All right, then these are the neighborhoods, and then I do everything methodically, but it's because a lot of the things I'm doing for the first time, or I'm not sure, and so I'm actually learning as I'm instructing. I'm just trying to do it faster. I feel a sense of urgency. But in doing that, when I go back after, when we get down to me and my mom, or my folks are arguing, and I'm just like, I try to come back to a humble place. I tell them I'm just correcting my word this year. This year I'm just trying to figure out if I can live by the words I say, and if not, I have to either step up my life or tone down my rhetoric. And the same thing with my folks. I say that's all. That's the difference. That's what I wanted to speak on. The difference between beliefs and character. My folks, their health isn't the best. Their lifestyles aren't the best. They're watching a lot of TV. They're associating with people I wouldn't associate with in business. But then they're like victims. You don't blame the victim. That's why I came here, to try to give them some perspective and help them out. I'm not helping them out much right now, but I believe that at the end of this process, there's going to be some help. But I got to, it's a balance. When do you speak up? Because you want to, and that's why I say that wisdom is silent. Wisdom and strength are able to be silent, because sometimes I speak up because I got to speak up, but it's not out of strength. It's out of self-preservation. Like, no, I got to make sure that I get the record right on this one right now, because I'll remember it. Because otherwise it festers, like insecurities. A lot of this Christianity, these clubs where say, belong to our club or else you're condemned to hell. It's a shitty fucking club. That's not that's not a religion. That's a justification of your insecurities and your shame for your sex and all the other weird shit you grew up with. That it takes effort and a lifetime, but you can overcome that stuff. I knew that I had blind spots sexually because I was so repressed Christian upbringing, and I overcame it by pursuing openly women and learning these life lessons without hopefully annoying too many people. I do that in a lot of aspects of your life. When I read about Islam and other stuff, it's like I had a visceral reaction to other religions because I was raised ethnocentric, culturally biased towards Christianity and the Western canon, Western civilization. How many other people are like that? We got to cure and heal a lot of people from a lot of bullshit in their life. But when you do, that's why I'm recording all these conversations with my folks. That's why I have the conversations. One argument a month or a week, 2 weeks is enough. We don't got to have this argument every morning. But then I can go back over the recordings and I can be like, all right, so what emotionally triggered them? What did I... Because that's what we're going to have to ask of other people too. We have to confront this bullshit. That's the Christian fundamentalist movement infected politics, which has allowed a lot of the Trump Republican bullshit. Not just my opinion, but what I read, and then I have a case study here, my folks. It's really interesting shit. Really interesting shit. This is MLK. Yeah, I brought that up, the Christian shit. It's like, he's cool and all, but like, what is he using to support his beliefs? The Western canon, John Donne, and he also uses philosophers. I could just tell it's okay because we're all pass up the same mountain, but then when people rely strongly on one school, you want to make sure they don't take themselves too seriously or that school too seriously, which is why I love Zen Buddhism. Sit on top of Buddha's head. They start off by not taking themselves seriously, avoiding that same trap that most schools of thought do, is that they have cultural bias from their canon and their perspective. So, I mean, Martin Luther King Jr. came out against the Vietnam War a year before he died. There were a lot of people who were a lot more morally sincere and pure at that time in order to recognize that injustice before he did. But he was, what was he? Were his motives? I'd love to read a Martin Luther King Jr. autobiography. But he was very articulate, a very good leader. But he was still figuring shit out all the way up till the end. And this stuff like this, I'm involved in mankind. This is very like universal type shit. This goes against some of like the dogmatic Christian stuff. Christianity as it exists, it's not my job to do it. But whoever really cares about that religion, that culture, there's a lot of work to be done to fucking make it human again, because there's a lot of fucking ugliness lately done in the name of Christianity. Bible verses being put on like weapon stock that are shipped over to Iraq for people to kill Muslims. Like holy war type cultural narratives going on. George Bush Jr. said something like that to like the president of France. Oh, this is all Bible shit, like that Gog and Magog guy. More George Bush Jr. Shaz, we got a lot of work to do. Emergencies and Charity, January 16th, 2012. Song playing, Out the Airlock by Paul Dempsey. Out the Airlock. God bless YouTube learning how to put ads on their videos. Isn't that what the world needed? More ads? We're going to play this in the background while I do this. I walk in with $1 to my name. Lay it on the counter. That's all I got, I say. I offer to maybe just get a banana or you can hook me up. The guy laughs through his beard and starts filling up a small cup of coffee. I toss the buck into the tip jar. You come into my Starbucks with just $1, expect to get a cup of coffee. He busts my balls as he hands me the drink. And I feel bad for not giving the dollar to the guy on the street who challenged me to a pull-up contest because this coffee was free. Everything is free. You just have to ask for it. The corollary, of course, is that you also are required to share what you have to the last penny, the last drop. See, so this is like pure revolutionary Shaz. The whole world is like my mutualist cooperation network. We're living in the commune already. You just have to lead with your heart. And also, what did I say? Willing to die for what you believe. This is very ideologically severe Shaz, as those under 30 are prone to do, maybe. I'm 29 at the time. Are you one of those people who tip their head sideways as they pour milk into their coffee, helping assist gravity with their body language? Did you give anything away today? Did you give me a look when I passed you on the street, maybe because I was singing into the snow or beatboxing to the crunch of my own feet? So I do, walking down the street sometimes in New York. What is that? That is just one I always do. Boom, boom. I can't. Beatboxing takes a lot of energy. I breathe a lot too. Shaz, look at how self-conscious you are when you don't have weed. The miracle drug. What did you do today that made you smile? That made someone else's day. I myself was woken up around noon, or rather was kept from finally falling asleep. I've been hard at work here in my refuge on the corner of Central Park, trying to get these blog posts completed and online. At one point, I'd been writing faster than I'd been posting, but I should get caught up by tonight. Tomorrow night, the latest. Caught up on sleep is a whole nother matter, and then there's a whole concern about not wanting to wear out my welcome. Goodwill and charity only go so far until you have become a productive member. I'm going to turn this off. This is an interesting song. Whatever. That was probably the song I heard in Starbucks when I wrote that. I'll be living through life and I'll be jotting notes, and then at the end of the day I'll put all these notes into a fucking narrative. I think it had a decent structure. I like the structure. I even like the content. It is what it is. It's who I was back then. I'm correcting my word this year, so that's just who I want to be, but you can't change the past. You got to be gentle on past Shaz, because you can't change them. What did I tell my friend today? Another aside. This is why you have 20 million videos, Shaz. I told her, you should give me your email password. You should give your email password to someone, or else whenever you don't respond right away, I'm going to think you're dead now. This is a friend who told me she OD'd. She emailed me 3 days ago, and then I emailed her yesterday because I just checked my email. I was like, fuck, I should have probably responded to that sooner. So I emailed her today again because I didn't get an email yesterday. You should give your email password to someone else. You should give your email password to someone, or else whenever you don't respond right away, I'm going to think you're dead now. Being suicidal kind of complicates friendships. I'll try not to make it a big deal. But yeah, addiction is a jealous partner. I knew what you and I were getting into. You have different priorities, even different plans. You should probably start deciding what's important to you before too much time is lost from chemicals making those decisions for you. That's the only objective metric we have, time. Stuff happens over time. If you're still alive, you still got time to have a happy childhood. That's something Addie told me. She was always like, it's never too late to have a happy childhood. Pretty sure she saw it on a movie or something, but little things that your friends tell each other in order to, that you remember. If you're dead, then there's no rush. So if you're alive, you should let me know. But if you're dead, then there's no rush. Now I feel peace. The world makes sense once again. You're welcome. She didn't respond. What if I keep emailing her every day and she doesn't respond every day? Or maybe her parents put her in the rehab. She'd been in rehab before, but she ran away. But that was before she started doing opiates. Now maybe she was doing oxy before. But she's doing that straight H now. She told me, she was like, oh, I just found fentanyl on my H. I'm going to have to quit. It's like, oh, aren't we fucking charming? This is how it works. Oh, I'm just going to quit heroin now. Oh, okay. You're that person. Well, she acted like she was that person. Now she's the person who's OD'd once, twice, 3 times a lady, right? We will see. What do I feel? You can't have pity for people who make decisions in their own. Like, some people see some people you can tell about the electric fence. Some people have to see it from themselves, and some people have to piss on the electric fence. I was like that. I don't have the motivations to do those drugs, but with the military, I had to go in the military. A lot of people told me not to do it, and I'm glad I did, and I got some good experiences. She feels like she has to do these drugs or whatever. I tried to talk to her about the trauma and other stuff, the reasons why she's doing them, but there's like a balance, and no one's perfect, so I dance between friendship, enabling, and advice. But if I was only given advice, she wouldn't be my friend. And in order to be her friend, I don't enable. I don't give her money, and I don't get her drugs. But I participate. Shaz joins all clubs that will accept him. And so around my junkie, druggy friends, I'm like, all right, what are we doing? To try to give her a lifeline. That's why she told me she OD'd. Because our one rule is to be honest with each other. And I told her she might lose perspective. She's losing perspective. That's what. It's like, what game are you playing? You're playing the let's try heroin game. Now you're playing the let's try not to die game. The stakes have raised. I'm reading about addiction right now, 5 stages of addiction. So, experimentation. I don't know. I don't know if it's psychologically sound, but if it's a pattern, we will see what she does, if she's still with us. And if she's not with us, the apple fell from the tree. What can you do? We learn from it. How important is this life anyways? People rushing off to battle to sacrifice their life for the greater good. She's fighting her battles to sacrifice her life for the greater good. There's some sort of wisdom that she's chasing on this path. I see that. I don't want to glorify it too much, because I would like her to survive long enough to actually get her message out, and I know that she needs another 10 years of life, or maybe I'm just being biased according to where I'm at right now, but she needs more time and experience to filter some of these processes and these she has something in her that's worth listening to. I don't just hang around with tragic people. Anyway, she's on my mind. We'll see. I'll keep emailing her until I find out what's up. Every day though, not more than one a day. I want to have her have a big head. Goodwill and charity only go so far until you have become a productive member of the community. Is blogging a productive contribution? Poor Shaz. I don't know if I'm being productive. See, that's what we all doubt ourselves, those with pure intentions. Time will tell, as measured by my ability to survive off these ramblings. In the meantime, I checked out the local pizza shop on the way to bum this coffee. ¿Cómo se llama? ¿Y a qué hora regreso? Mañana a las 4. Gracias, Bella. Speaking of Bella, so this girl calls the apartment around noon. A friend of mine, she informs me that Weave, OWS, has just lost West Park Church. We just talked about that. As a housing option. This is the girl, what's her name? M. Someone stole a high-value item. She thinks it was a saboteur See, so she's that quiet girl in the corner just watching, but she noticed, all right, fucking Jeff is claiming that he's in charge, but he's letting all these people fucking just run around and do shit. And then when they do shit, he's like, oh, well, we have to lose the church now. And he's basically like, it's just like fucking the Iraq War, these like examples of failing fucking like a fox and being rewarded for your failure. That's not failure. Come on. When they went in and they fucking disbanded the Iraqi army and had all these military trained males with no ways to get any money, and then they didn't secure the weapon caches, and all of a sudden the people stole the weapons, and now you have an insurgency. Come on, dude. Come on. 100 occupiers in the streets tonight unless we find an alternative. She asks about Woodstock Farm, the farm that we had, which already people were going up there without permission, and the family was getting overwhelmed. Eventually the family said, all right, you guys have to stop coming. I didn't step in the leadership role to take control of that, and I let other people filter up, and I just backed out, so when it dissolved, it could just be on them. That's like Shad's Zen Buddhist, even when he wasn't a Zen Buddhist, was like, it's too much effort. You guys are already accusing me of being a thief because I bought a laptop, which we can return, but I wanted it for 2 weeks to try to get our fundraising going. You guys don't see that? And fucking, here we go. Here's the laptop back, here's the money back. You can account for like maybe $30 or $50 out of the $3,000 I'm missing or something, or maybe even 100. But like the percentage is under like 2%, 5%. It's like for any type of fucking like fundraising and shit, like cash, whatever. Like I accounted for as many receipts as I can. I'm obviously broke on the street, so I'm obviously not stealing it. Do your thing. Do your thing without Chaz. That's what I told my friends once. What the fuck is this? When we were young, they were complaining about my plans and my leadership of our little crew. Like I would have I wouldn't just hang out with Mike, but there's other people in our apartment complex and my little crew of like where I'm like one of the toughest in our crew now. And then you have like other crews and stuff and other groups of friends. So these are more like the dorky friends that like we played chess a lot. Mike played chess, he wasn't as good. This other guy got a PhD, we played chess, and this guy went to Georgetown, now he's a lawyer. So all these people who actually like do shit with their lives. And I'm over here riding and Mike's fucking driving Uber. I think he's back to selling cars. But yeah, we were the creatives or the whatever, the non-standards. And we get into sales a lot. Us free spirits. Talkers. Yeah, I wonder how many high school bullies go into sales to sell cars. But Mike's nice now. He's a softie now. Big fucking soft dude with a fucking like 20 children. 21 probably. Every fucking 9 months. But nah, it's like every year. What was it? These kids were like, they're mad that I'm always making them plans. We're gonna go do this, and then we're gonna go do that. We're gonna go up and play in the hills. We're gonna go play in the sewers, and we're gonna make go karts. And a friend of mine had a hacksaw, and we fucking got shopping carts, and we hacksawed the tops off, so we had go karts. We put string in the wheels, and then we went to the top of Mountain View, and we came down the fucking hills with go karts. That was like a good couple days of fun. Fucking just shit. And then my friends were like, we're always doing what you want to do, and I'm like, all right, fucking play without me, whatever. Fucking just see if you could have fun without me. It was like a shitty thing to do, but it was just like, all right, fucking, I'm sure you'll be bored without me though. And then after a couple days, they came back to my apartment. They're like, all right, yeah, let's do something. Like, how's it do with ideas? Kind of like, it's interesting. In a group of people, there'll be someone who's like got ideas, and I don't mind taking a backseat and just being like, that's what the farm is like. Well, fucking, I found these people wanting to give the farm, and I start organizing it. But if you guys are down with my leadership, I'm just like, step back and maybe I can learn something. A lot of times when that type of behavior, you do learn something. And it's like, all right, that was ego, and that was. But the farm thing, I saw that people coming in were all fucking, they had more ego than me and more fucking ulterior motives, and that's why shit like that falls apart. I'm trying to learn how to retain and keep leadership when I should, as opposed to just stepping back and watching people fall on their faces, because that doesn't help anyone. Not that it fell on their face. Well, the family got mad at the people who were coming up, and there was no more direction and guidance, and we didn't really have a plan. I didn't have a plan. I was just getting into permaculture and all that stuff. Now I'm passively, for the last couple of years, reading about it and stuff. This stuff, you either jump in and you just learn everything right away, or you have to like give yourself time, like little by little. Just read that One Straw Revolution, permaculture, Tao, anarchism, politics. It seems like I'm circling around the drain of a natural expression of human behavior on the personal individual scale, natural expression of your spirituality without these clubs and reasons to objectify each other, but rather to unify the oneness of experience. Same thing that happens on psychedelics can happen in religious what they call it, there's this term for it, but religious experiences. And then now as a social, and then what's a natural expression of society and stuff like that. There's something there that ties in naturalism, spirituality, and politics. Haha, yeah, about that. So I promised to make some phone calls and emails. Now, I haven't really gone to sleep yet. Was hoping to catch a couple hours in the afternoon. Out of convenience for my friend here in her cramped apartment, I'm trying to sleep around her work schedule and be able to use her computer more. But I throw a couple feelers out there. Funny enough, I get a response within minutes of posting to the spending freeze proposal page. There's been an interesting discussion bubbling since that passed. Over 60 comments and counting as of this morning, and they sound mostly like sincere folk. We can't audit this because whoever was managing the website took it down. One of the last documents I have, I emailed them. I was like, where the fuck's that website? No response. That's interesting, right? Can't go back and find out who was involved in this, who was making these proposals to defund us, to free spending, or free spending on certain things, on stuff that would make us money, and then shovel money out the door on our fixed costs, everything that was housing and feeding and providing transportation for the occupiers. And it was just, if you don't audit it, just like the invasion in Iraq, if we don't go back and audit J. Paul Bremer's actions and George Bush and everyone leading up to Iraq, we won't be able to avoid these types of things in the future, which is why Iraq is becoming our Vietnam fiasco, because we never audited Vietnam. There's some serious discussions that have to be had. This girl, and similar to all the micro reflects the bigger, the Occupy Wall Street and the shit that, the way that was sabotage reflects how politics on the macro scale is sabotaged. This girl who messages me worked in the Park Slope church when we had occupiers crashing there. We had another church in Park Slope too. I didn't stay there. She said she might have an answer by this afternoon. I put her in touch with my friend at the church, and I pass out. Now it's 9:30. The snow's not sure if it wants to chicken out and drizzle or tuff the fluffy fall to the sidewalk where it's just going to melt anyways. It's too warm for snow, but still too cold to be stuck out on the streets. So far, I haven't gotten any emails, but then right now I don't have a laptop with me, just my trusty black spiral notebook and a pencil. But I have a feeling everything's fine, and if not, well, I'll be headed back down to the occupation tomorrow to lend a hand, just as soon as I catch up on this blog. So the blog took priority over the farm, I guess. I backed out of that. I started this blog with that farm laptop, and when they took that back, I was like, fuck that. I know it's important. I'm trying to get this, my feelings about this movement down. The farm is on autopilot. And that's when that girl Leia came in and she started taking over a lot of the managerial aspects of the farm. I was sort of crushing on her, so that's in the background too. Is that like, why don't this girl like me? Well, because I'm not well socialized. She's going to school, and she eventually ended up fucking with some of the protesters who actually went to school. Either that, or she fucked with a guy who was talking about throwing bombs, which is, that shows you her mentality. It's like either fucking dominant culture or like reactionary culture. And like, I'm in the middle trying to figure shit out. I'm like, well, I know technically you're either an informant trying to fucking get me in jail, or you're just fucking retarded if you're talking about this shit. And I'm like, but you guys are in school with your fucking gender pronouns and shit. Like, we could see that affecting the movement with identity politics. It's like, there's a lot of us in the middle. A lot of us don't fucking agree with like the educated classes and don't agree with the violent classes. We just want to sort of shit out. It's really hard being in the middle. Spokes Council, that was my friend M, the girl in the corner just watching everything, telling me, yo, Shaz, they're about to lose the church for us. They're fucking sabotaging this place. It's like there's a lot more silent people watching than you think actually knowing the score. There's no way for them to plug in, and they're smart enough not to speak up and fucking make themselves a target. I also like M, she was like, yeah, because like that's why I didn't hit on her. I real recognize real. I was just like, she knows I'm into her and I enjoy our friendship, but she also has a very subtle, simple way of setting her boundaries. That's when you're subtle with your energy. You don't gotta fucking like be bouncing forth between flirting and not, like that girl that I gave a ride to who's like grinding on me, being like, you're not respecting my no, while she's fucking basically like, I'm almost getting off. You grinding through clothes might as well be sex at a certain point, when fucking my shit is right up in your shit and where there's just thin pieces. Spokes Council was tonight. I'd be interested to find out what they thought of or did about this housing crisis. Interesting point of information. Point of information is something you would say in these fucking meetings. We were abiding by rules that we they didn't even voluntarily choose. It's just you come into this group, everyone else is doing it, you're like, all right, I'm doing it. Before you know it, everyone's doing the fucking hokey pokey, and you're like, wait, who decided to dance the hokey pokey? And if we're going to dance it, let's be clear about some rules, because are we talking about my right or your right when we put the right foot in and the right foot out, and then we shake it all about? Can we define shaking it all about? For how long do we shake it all about? Just values. We needed to talk more. We needed to slow down, go back to the beginning, buy in on values, agree that this is what our group identity is based off of. But we had inside and outside pressure fracturing us, and then these saboteurs and shit. Interesting point of information. I don't think the spending freeze affected them. Now I think I understand. Once the superstructure is in place, spokes counts, all the fucking bureaucratic higher ups that are all reporting to each other and talking about the rabble down here, the foundation can be allowed to rot. Now they're like, all right, we got the money, we got this and that. And then fucking, oh my gosh, I'm getting the fucking Democratic emails like crazy. But I come from California where an earthquake will test even the strongest of foundations. What happens when the building is not only not reinforced, but actually weakened through neglect? Well, the Bible talks about castles built on fancy Bible shit. Folks talk about houses of cards, and programmers talk about GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. I mean, you could see, that's what, like, when Tupac says, God has cursed me with the ability to see, to be sensitive and see. I'm cursed with the ability, what did he say? Yeah, a lot of, like, when he justifies his actions or his view, Tupac, when he was talking about his activism, he's like, this is a blessing and a curse, but like he basically ties it to his Christianity. And you tie it to this universal ethics. The highest form of ethics is this universal, post-conventional. But to tie it to a spirituality which has a club, which excludes certain people if they don't believe the same fundamental beliefs, like Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior, and you have to say these words and abide by these things. Character is like work hard, have a word, this and that, but it's more fluid and it's more universal. The most universal morality seems like it would be the highest level. So that's why I'm a little, even mentioning the Bible has some bullshit in it. That's where arguments this morning started. I was like, as long as it's not that bullshit Christianity. And my mom was like, what bullshit? My dad was like, bullshit Christianity. And I'm like, there's just some bullshit in the Bible. It's like, are you saying there's poetry, there's history in the Bible? And I'm like, yeah, but there's some bullshit too. There's some bullshit. There's some face value bullshit in there. Like some fucking ridiculous bullshit. And then they do the emotional. You disarm them with reason. I'm like, so everything in the Bible. Go to superlatives. And okay, I'm just like, all right, chilling. Weathered this storm. It was interesting. It's always surprising. Look at that. I'm trying to speed up and all I'm doing is speeding up my fucking tangents. It's always surprising to watch how efficient people can be at avoiding the task at hand. Needs are in danger of not being met. Real needs like shelter from the NYC winter. Our GA seems anemic. Let's see if I can be a force for empowerment. Buyout buy-in. Maybe your time has come as an emergency proposal for Tuesday's General Assembly. Or maybe there's a better use for my time and skill set. After all, this city still needs people to deliver its pizzas, among other things. Liberty 24/7, January 17th, 2012. Freaking Laws of NYC, an ongoing series. Number 47, The Public Transit Paradox. Jumping turnstiles gets you a ticket by a public servant because public services are underfunded. Public subways are underfunded, so many stations are left unmanned. Unmanned subway stations are the easiest to jump. Number 12, the People's Fridge. If you pass by a store that sells food, they will probably later throw out some of this food. If the food is individually wrapped in prepackaged containers, even better. Starbucks, Dwayne Reed. If the weather is below 40 degrees and you find bags of these containers on the sidewalk, you've just encountered the People's Fridge. I'm inside a wing of Trinity Church, writing these notes into my little black spiral notebook. Of course, I also have my baby blue Titans duffel bag at my feet. This is the historic church, a block from Zuccotti that predates the United States. John Adams is supposedly buried here, or someone. I left my friend's apartment last night, since I came to New York November 1st of last year. I've realized there is a difference between being casually involved in this movement and being pot committed. I use a lot of poker metaphors. This year I was using a lot of poker. I think I use that same one, pot committed. It's a good justification for just letting everything go, I guess. I'm pot committed is what it is. I'm not giving up. I'm pot committed. I'm not being reckless. I'm pot committed. I've also realized that I'm the type of person that can only be all in. So explaining how I appreciated the hospitality, the offers to assist in job hunting, and the concern, I left what my friend describes as the real world to return to our cartoon version down here on Wall Street. And my friend was like, you should get a job. I should help you. You're acting a little crazy. You should fucking plug back in. You can't really stay here anymore because you're kind of being a bum. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going back to the real world. The protest is the real world. You guys are fucking... You guys aren't real. I'm real. I mean, I don't know. When you're that idealistic, there was this Mother Jones fucking reporter who was asking us questions. I was like, why don't you join us? We need your help. Everyone's coming out. We're changing the world right now. He was like, yeah. And that's why I hate fucking insincerity, because like, sincerely disagree with me. Sincerely be like, I got a job, dude. I got a mortgage. I got a wife and kids. I got responsibilities. And everyone can like be this impulsive without judgment. It's like, not that those who are that impulsive, that's why young people do it, the people with energy, because life gets complicated. I've lived in a certain way to keep myself loose and limber and free to do this shit, and I've sacrificed other things. Some of these relationships, when I look back on Shaw and other things, ones I had when I was in real estate, I was like, I'm not stable enough because I know that I got this in me. I'm going to get out and do one of these fucking Rumspringas, one of these roundabouts, one of these fucking Shaz adventures like I've done this year. And I lost a dancer because of it. I lose so many good people in my life. I let my real estate license expire last month, about 10 days ago, end of November. I can only be all in, as Shaz earlier says. I'm the type of person that can only be all in. So we're not located out of Wall Street anymore. We've lost the park 2 months and 2 days ago. I calculated this anniversary as I take the subway downtown around 11 p.m. 60 Wall Street is closed by now. There wouldn't be any more meetings or assemblies going on. We're a diaspora now. We're scattered, but maybe a good reintroduction to the community would be a pilgrimage to our holy site, the park. So to the park I went, pilgrimaged. The good thing about Tuesday night was that it was a warm 30 to 40 degrees. Coming from California, that just sounds unnatural. A night like this, you could walk the street without a plan. Luckily, I didn't need much of one. I would do that sometimes. Just that manic energy, writing, thinking. There's a lot of stuff in the movement going on. Think about this. I met a girl who fucking still affects me deeply, even though she's not talking to me right now. Just some people, like, from like when I was in school for a little bit too, or you run across people where you just like, when I was in the military, I ran across a couple of these personalities you just vibe with. So this girl, Leia Feder, we fucking vibe like a motherfucker. We would meet up, get coffee, and just talk. Fucking, what in that talk was hitting on each other. She's not the type of person who's going to be, the way I saw her getting into relationships, she really wants to be the dominant energy. And she's really worried about our equality, I think, because I wouldn't approach her like that. I saw the guy she was with, and she was always kind of in control of the balance. You could hear her when I recorded our conversation. She likes being in control, and that's not, for romance, you need to have that vulnerability too, and that back and forth. But so I was dealing with that. I'd met this girl who was fucking madly inspiring intellectually, like on another level, but she didn't give me any play. Only until last year did she actually kind of crack the window open, and by then I was just, maybe I'm too proudful. I'm like, now I get to reject you. Yeah, I probably fucked that one up, but whatever. If you take yourself too seriously, you filter yourself out of my life, I guess, because I don't want to say some stupid shit. I had the protest going on. Well, no, I never really did the fucking march in the streets, but I had the church stuff, the diaspora that we had. I had the Occupy Farms things that I won and lost, and wondering about that, my ability to lead if I can, if I'm learning the right lessons to lead. Why do I seem to give up responsibility as soon as I get it? But I'm not really sure if I have something worth following right now. And all of that, I humbled myself to the fact I don't know how to fucking do a farm and all this other stuff. All these other people had these natural inclinations. Like Leia went to school for fucking like civics and shit, I think. City planning, something. I would imagine she knows something because of her schooling. But now she's working for NPR, so go figure. She just fucking wants a house and a family now. Isn't that what happens? You're young and idealistic, and then life wears you down. You're like, fuck it, I have an advanced degree and a decent paying job now. Let's just fucking be happy and vote for Obama. You just stop thinking. It takes a lot of effort and fucking hard work to actually create your own opinions in this world of mendacity and constant lying on all sides. So I'm in the heart of it right then and there. So that's why when I walk around at night, I don't gotta sleep, because you have that many thoughts running around your head. You just walk around the city. My favorite delis, I check in with my people. I know some people are gonna be at some deli, some occupiers or something. So just wandering around the streets of New York become your home. That's why like this last year, I kind of like missed it. I went back to like fucking walking around Manhattan and Brooklyn. That's my, if you survive that way, you get used to it. Once you're okay sleeping outdoors and you're okay being in places at night, now you don't have, you take away that insecurity. That's part of the insecurity of civilization, is that we need shelter. And do we though? Some people don't. Some of us are comfortable without shelter, more comfortable. I don't think I could use a bed. I slept when my folks were visiting my grandma. She passed recently. I slept in my folks' bed. Oh my gosh. I was like, my neck isn't naturally just sore. All year it's been like, oh damn, I got this kink in my neck I'm working on. I was thinking like nerve damage, this and that. And I get 3 or 4 nights of normal sleep. I'm like, nah, it's just the fucking shitty beds I've been sleeping on. And the floors and shit. Shaz, you need some comfort. You've been lost in the wilderness. I immediately run into a couple of guys who belong to a self-described Liberty Park vigil, Liberty 24/7. Their goal is to keep a constant presence in the park until spring to prove they can, to show the establishment, Brookfield Properties, ourselves, that we're not defeated. Brookfield Properties was the owner of the park. They go back to George Bush's grandfather, Prescott Bush, doing fucking war profiteering during World War II. These families have a way they make their money, and it's fucking, I sell insurance like my grandpa. Fucking both sides of my family were businessmen. Family businesses are a real thing. And then the McNerneys and Ireland, I think they were in the church grounds. So they might have been the caretakers and morticians or spiritual people. There's something to that. I just found out, and then my mom, all of her fucking older brothers are pastors. That's on my mom's side. But on my dad's side, the family name comes from the church grounds. There's something there. Fucking spiritual, sincere people. I just found what I'm doing tonight. As I sit here in a church writing and reflecting on my all-night vigil, I realize just how much of a religious act it was. Symbolism and symbolic acts are very powerful. It may seem irrational to some, but like displaced people across the globe, we are fighting for our own scrap of Holy Land. Wow. So I've turned it into a fucking religious belief. I'm the zealot. I'm the activist as a zealot now. Like the movement and us getting evicted has now created a narrative which I'm clinging to in my time of desperation. And then now I have my Holy Land of the park I'm talking about. And I'm talking about religious terms in this church. It's very interesting, Shaz. Very interesting. Something about what we were creating, or even just what we believed we were creating, calls to us. Something draws us back to the source, back in time. We all have our personal stories, our personal quests we undertook before this movement. Sometime early in 2010, I found myself in San Francisco, living out of my car. I wanted to do an anti-war action to protest and wake up the world to the ongoing genocide in Iraq. All I could think of was to walk back and forth in front of the government building downtown that housed Nancy Pelosi's office. I did this for 3 days, 5 hours a day. I wanted to walk the distance from Iraq's southern border to Baghdad, the path of the invasion. All I did was bruise my feet. We all fight our personal moral battles. The only difference now is that we've converged to fight together. There's some truth in this, all right? Look, that was the point of Occupies. This was a convergence zone. I would always tell everyone this. I wouldn't meet you if fucking we didn't have this thing. I wouldn't be done the farm permaculture type shit. I wouldn't have gone so deep into anarchism because you listen to communists and the fucking political bullshit like reformists and just vote for Obama, and they're like, anarchists are the only ones who make sense. They're like, just look into this. Maybe we have too much government. And I don't even know how much of anarchism to apply in our current bureaucratic fucking clusterfuck. But I know it's a scalpel. I know it doesn't tolerate any bureaucracy. And I was looking up the fucking executive the office of the executive, the office of the president. There's like over 18,000 direct employees. Or not direct employees, but like employees. Not to mention that you're the leader of the military, you're the leader of the CIA, you're the leader of all these. It's when people say it's nuts that one person should be able to manage the United States, it is nuts. Well, why aren't we addressing existential problems? The fucking, when you have inept bureaucracies or organizations which are, I have to finish this, but that was a good point. Shh. I put my finger on my lips. Shh. You can't see it, but I can see it. Shh. Touching the lips on the screen. Go back to the shaft. The first two people I saw in the park that night were a guy from OWS in Espanol and another bearded old-timer I hadn't met before. The Spanish guy I recognized from his table in the park. I hadn't seen him since the eviction, but he still bought me a cup of coffee and a donut for offering to relieve them early. The next shift would be coming on in an hour. The old-timer said he'd been there since 10 a.m. So these are people who sit in the park just to keep a presence in the park. So we've been evicted. We're not allowed to put tents in the park. But these people, that's how I'm describing this identity. There's people we haven't met before we did this protest, and they're old-timers. I'm saying they're older people, like in their 50s and 60s, but they're like, let's keep a presence in the park. Let's not let them win. Where are the fucking college kids? Where's Leia and like fucking people like that who came to this? Leia came to the protest because she told me she was fucking some dude, and when we were getting evicted, that dude ran out to fucking run to the eviction. It's like, oh shit, it's happening. Just like when they fired the attorney general and there's supposed to be a mass protest in the street. There's like this mass, like, all right, if they try to fucking move on Occupy Wall Street at the park and try to throw us in jail, there's supposed to be this huge reaction and protest. So what the police did is they just cordoned off like a radius around the park. So you couldn't even get within 3 or 4 blocks of the park. So a lot of videos that night are from the streets blocks away from the park, but they just set up barricades where you couldn't, and then they stopped media from going in there and stopped other people from going back us up. We had like thousands of people on their way. They arrested the couple hundred in the park, but if we actually got our reinforcements, they wouldn't have been able to arrest how many people were coming in order to. So the people who got arrested in the park were a small fraction of, but not everyone can fucking live a protest out in the open. Those couple hundred people were representative of thousands of people who were willing to come out. They couldn't put their lives on the line. Out of any movement, it seems like you have the small group who's willing to do the most radical shit. We're not talking about bombing or killing people. We're just talking about being in public and making a stand. We're not even allowed to do that anymore. That's what the Patriot Act, you have like protest areas. We're not allowed to go in front of injustice to the people who are perpetuating the injustice and actually shame them to their face. We got that right taken away from us. That's one of the reasons why Occupy Wall Street is important. So anyways, Leia came out that night and then she was like, oh shit, this is a scene. And then she joined the scene. That's a different level of respect for a person like that than the people who are out there since day one. Or I got out there in November. I wasn't there since day one, but I don't know. It's just interesting. Soon after, I obviously harbor a little bit of resentment towards her still. Soon after they left, I was the only one in Zuccotti. Contrasting that moment of sterile serenity to the gypsy circus I approached my first morning in NYC was interesting. I'm only like one person in the park. And then just holding it down. When people come by, I'm like, yeah, I'm just holding it down. Because until the next hour, and then there was another shift. So I let those guys go off early. I did an hour by myself, and then other people came by, and then I started talking to them. Different conversations in the park when we're like, wow, yeah, we got evicted. And it's like, this is like fucking 2 months later. There's still people there being like, let's not let them win. A drunk guy wandered by for a chat, offering to buy me something from the food cart, only to realize when we walked over, he'd spent all his cash at the bar. And then an old timer, this time in Zuccotti years and not in real world years, came by for a chat. What's up, Shaz? I'm occupying the park. These guys are keeping a constant presence through the winter. I thought I'd help out tonight. That's awesome, man. The park old timer, or POT, went on to tell me some pretty cool stories about the occupation before I arrived. He said the first day it was a clusterfuck, with union guys at one end beating the same tired labor horse, but some guy over on the west side of the park started organizing a GA, showing people the rules and process of how to hold a General Assembly. POT said that they claimed to be anarchists, but he suspected they were IWW. He described how the whole afternoon, 50 or so people in the park drifted first to the GA, then to the union speakers, and then back to the GA. They eventually all settled on the GA, got the first empowering taste of direct democracy in action, and the rest is history. All right, I'm not going to read the rest of this right now. I want to read the rest of this next, but I just want to speak on that real quick. That backs up what I read about David Graeber. that he said that he went there in the park and he showed them how to do a General Assembly because he recognized that these were horizontals. They weren't verticals. These were people who could use some anarchist organizational tools and not bureaucratic top down. And that's what the whole world needs, is more horizontal organizing and less vertical organizing. It's that simple. Corporations are acknowledging this, and they're questioning the fucking 40-hour work week. They're questioning fucking, they're giving workers more autonomy, this and that. This is organizational science as it's progressing. Why can't it catch up to our government? That's the only thing that Occupy Wall Street was probing, and that's why that question still needs to be asked, because it's relevant.